guys, welcome back to Digital Diving, your proper gaming talk show. We are your hosts, Fair Enough and Haze Lord. Oh, it's still giving me the food, but I promise it's Haze Lord now. I promise it's Haze Lord now. We just got brand new gameplay for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which is the next iteration in the Budokai Tenkaichi franchise, which I really, right off the bat, I just want to say I love that Japan gets a name, gets the English name, and the West gets Budokai Tenkaichi, which sounds Japanese. Shouldn't that be flipped?
I mean, yes, but you know, I like it. It was really cool. I don't know why, but I think they just knew what they were doing.
I guess
they knew what they were doing. I mean,
so I'm gonna let this guy lead this episode purely because this guy is a Dragon Ball Z nerd. All right, like his gaming tag was saying God Coach for the longest time. Probably still is in some places. So I'm gonna let this guy talk about the gameplay we just got from the showcase that aired today. Today? Yesterday?
Yeah, today. Yeah,
so,
today.
Yeah. So technically it was yesterday because this video is going up Friday. So I'll let him take it away. Jules.
Yeah. So I mean. I'm going to go through like things that I just like pointed out that I really enjoyed, I really liked. So first of all, you start the video and it's just chaos. Just everything is going everywhere. Everything looks good. They like kind of rekindled your hype by showing the previous trailers. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh well, all right, let's go do this. Which every Dragon Ball Z game they premiere or tease, it's always just like, all right, let's show a classic Goku and Vegeta battle, right? Like every time.
Yeah, that's
every time,
standard.
Same location, you know, whatever.
The middle of a random desert.
And like you start watching this and you're just like, oh my god, this looks exactly what I just watched for like the last 2 Dragon Ball Z movies in theaters when they came over to America. I'm sitting here geeking. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like watching the movie right now. This is insane, you know. So like, I was just like, dude. And then they started battling, and there was battle damage, and it was so. I was just like, they done it. They've made one of the most perfect things looking ever. Dragon Ball Z. Oh my god! Like I'm sitting there freaking out. You know, I can't even form sentences that are really just English. You know, it was just more sounds than anything else, I would say. And you know, the one thing that got me really hyped is that they brought back the beam clashes. Like,
yeah, that's
the thing.
That was sweet.
That was in every anime game in the early 2000s.
I mean,
it didn't matter what it was.
It's so iconic. It's just so iconic, dude. I mean,
a lot of the most recent anime games, they just kind of either didn't have it, they just didn't have it. So the fact that they brought it back and they made it look even better than the last time.
I'd be interested to see how they do the beam clashes in this one. I don't know if it's going to be like power based or if it's going to be like energy based. Like, you know, remember in like the Injustice games where they had like the clashes and it was all based on like how much energy you had stored at that time.
No,
when you did
I think this one is going to just be more like, I think this is going to go back to the old school just mashing, and which I would very much, because you saw in the cutscene that it was like the button to like mash on triangle.
True, yeah, like you're right. That's true.
Know, so and I cannot wait to take this game online, and it's just gonna be so fun.
This game looks so good that I am thinking about buying this game because I'm like, the one thing is like I'm not that big into fighting games like at all, right? I do love my Mortal Kombat games. I like my Street Fighter games. Mm-hmm. Like I love the Naruto Ninja Storm games, and this one kind of like is like the 3D fighter, which I adore. But like I feel like Dragon Ball Z is like the 3D fighter game. Like it's just built for that. And this one, it was extremely fast. Like holy shit! And I was looking at this, I'm like, literally how? Like, how is anyone going to be able to follow this, though?
This used to be the norm, bro.
I mean,
this is why a lot of people used to say, Dragon Ball Z games are so hard. Because no, it's not. I've been doing this shit since I was
I can see the shit being technical as fuck. I can see this game being technical as all hell, which I'm down for. Make it so much fun. Like that. Ooh. But also at the end of the day, like, so like in the showcase, they showed off like a lot of the gameplay. They showed off the fight between Goku and Vegeta, and then towards the end they showed off like all the other characters are going to be able to play as. Okay, there's a handful of characters that I was looking at. I'm just like, who would actually play as these people? Like the one cat, I forget the
no, cat not at all. Like,
but like and this is where I'm like, because I don't watch Dragon Ball Z like religiously or anything like that. So a lot of the characters, I'm just like, they look severely underpowered. Why?
No, I mean...
Like, Hit looked fucking badass. Hit looked lit.
No, all the characters look dope. Come on, bro. I'm going to be beasting... That's the good thing about... I'm going to be beasting with Master Roshi, dog. I don't know what
Master Roshi looked lit. I was like, shit.
Everybody looked lit, bro. Like, it didn't matter who you was. I did not appreciate they tried to cook my man Trunks with this fucking new... whoever this floozy is. I don't care who she is. I don't appreciate the disrespect. On Super Trunks, bro. Like, I know he was a little fat for being a Saiyan, and like, he was real slow and he didn't do shit, but he still looked fucking cool. I don't appreciate the disrespect.
All the other warriors, like this, was it the Saiyan warriors or the warriors for Frieza? Like, usually they're just used as like cannon fodder half the time in the anime and in the movies.
No. Nappa was always a heavy.
Nappa was, but there's like a handful of them that Some of them are just like used as camp fodder. They're just kind of there. They never did anything. They're used to get hit. So it's like, you're making these like their own. I mean, I totally support it because they're going to have a shit ton of characters.
But that's the thing. That's why I think like it's going to be a really fun balance of who's using who. Because when it came to Tenkaichi, you could play as anybody. As long as you have the skill, you could win. You know, so I think they're trying to bring that back and really elevate that. And that's going to be what gives the character roster such diversity, because I think like a lot of that was the one gripe with the old Tenkaichi games where like a lot of the characters felt cut and paste or whatever, but I think they're trying to attempt to like make things a little bit more skillful, a little bit more different. That's why they said, hey, we're trying to make things a little bit more tactical and just do this and to make things a little bit more complex. So
that makes sense. Other question, because you're like the deep well of Dragon Ball lore. Super Saiyan Blue, right? Is that currently the highest level Super Saiyan? Or is it Super Saiyan God? I forget which one's higher.
They're the same.
It's the same? I thought Super Saiyan God was the purple pink one.
No. So Super Saiyan, the OG... All right. So
no, I don't want to go through the whole of the Super Saiyans because I know it's like Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, the monkey,
after 3.
Then...
So after GT is currently not canon. So like technically after 3, you go to Super Saiyan God, which is the red hair. And then after Super Saiyan God, the red hair, you get to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Stupidest name of all time. This is one. It's like if I ever had doubts in Dragon Ball Z and in Toriyama's vision, it would have been when they created Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan as the name, and
the naming structure. It's probably better in Japanese, not in English. It's probably way better in Japanese.
But even Super Saiyan itself translates perfectly over, so it's just as badass. They were just like, you know what? We don't run out of names.
So Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan is the blue.
Yes.
Okay.
And so they just started calling it Super Saiyan Blue for.
And then Ultra Instinct. They
realized their ignorance.
And then Ultra Instinct is its own thing, right?
Ultra Instinct is tapping into God Ki and God energy.
Fair. Do you think Ultra Instinct is going to be in this game?
Of course. And then Vegeta
has it been in any of the other ones yet?
Yeah, it's been in Xenoverse. It's been in Fighter Z.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn! Really? Shit.
Yes, and also you have a lot of character. You have a lot of. He's been in a lot of games. Like honestly, at this point, like people insert him into games, and it's really, really ridiculous. It's really dope. No.
No, because my whole thing with like a lot of the Dragon Ball Z games that I've seen, like whenever they power up, right? Because the big thing is their power up. the first thing they go to is like the most powerful version out there right now. And even in like the movies, they do it too. They lately just been going either he just goes to Super Saiyan 1 and then jumps to like the most powerful Super Saiyan that he's got available.
Not necessarily. A lot of them have had pacing to it, which I did appreciate.
Sure. This one, it looks like he just jumped straight to Super Saiyan Blue. I'm like, damn, really? Okay, fuck.
It just depends because they're fighting on a whole different level now, and like with that, and the thing that with Dragon Ball Z is that they have to keep up with the times, you know.
Sure,
and
no, I get that.
I respect Xenoverse first. Xenoverse 2 came out how many years ago? 2016, 2017?
Was it 2016? I didn't think it was that long ago.
And till this day, they still update it. They still update it with the anime. They update it with the manga.
Damn, Xenoverse 2 came out in 2016? What the hell?
Yeah.
God, I feel old.
And they still update that thing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with the showcase. At the end of it, they showed all the games they were updating. And it's just like, yo, we're Bandai Namco. Yeah, we got 5 games on the market. And they all flossing. What's up? But they didn't mention Dragon Ball Breakers. They were ashamed of that one.
I mean, it's fair because that game I never played it, but I saw gameplay.
They were ashamed
of
that
trash.
One.
It's like the Dead by Daylight for Dragon Ball. Like, why the hell would you make that game? This is. Oh no, when did Fighters come out? That was the last one to come out, right?
I don't remember if Fighters came out. I think I think Kakarot came out after Fighters.
Oh right, Kakarot did come out. You're right.
Kakarot was probably, I think, the last one.
Kakarot, yeah, that came out in 2020. At the same time, I was like, okay, so these aren't, obviously, like, the fight scenes in the anime and the movies are, like, stupid long. So, of course, they just burn through different Super Saiyans, you know, levels as the fight goes on. They don't want to
spoil it either.
This one is, like, the fights are going to be, obviously, significantly shorter than the anime. It's not like we're going to be fighting for, like, half an hour. Like, no. So it makes sense from a gameplay standpoint to just jump to the most powerful shit you got and fucking wreck shit. So
no, I think they just literally did it for the just for the showcase. No, because think about it. Everybody was having questions about in-game transformations and like,
so that's
what is the game actually going to feel like?
Yeah,
you know,
so like that's another question, and I doubt you're going to have like this is just speculation at this point because again we don't even have a release date for this shit. They dropped all this info and no release date, and I'm like, fucking why? Just why? But like it would be interesting if they did it from a kind of like a leveling up standpoint where you have to actually like unlock the different Super Saiyan levels or power levels as you play the game and level up the character.
Through the story. Like I mean, they've done games like that in the past, and maybe they'll do it this time. I don't know. I don't care. I'm gonna be playing this game forever. Like, do you remember the last time I said that? Do you remember the last time I said that about a lot of games? And there are a few games that are actually going to make me do that. One is going to be any Doom game. I'm going to play that forever. I'm going to play this game fucking forever, and then there's like 4 other games I could actually play forever, and then I'm going to play forever. I'm not going to go into that.
So because you are the DBZ guy, do you think we're going to see other transformations in the game besides like the standard stuff that we've seen already?
I think we're going to see all of them, literally all of them, because that's
we're going to see Monkey King Goku.
That's what. All right. Yes, but maybe it's probably
that would be DLC. Amazing.
I would say DLC.
DLC.
But and that's the thing. Like Budokai has already gone through a whole saga, and at the end, like if this is a continuation, why not just continue with the continuation? I understand if you want to scale it down from 150 characters to maybe like 100 or 120, but like for the first game, considering what it's come from, you need to have that shit stacked. Like, with all the transformations, everything, everybody. Like, it's not Tenkaichi, because that's what Tenkaichi is known for. It's not going to be Tenkaichi if it doesn't have that, like, range of characters. And, like, hopefully this will improve on it by making everybody different. Which, think about it. When was the last time, say it again, when was the last time that the game came out?
Which one? The first Tenkaichi?
No, the last Tenkaichi. When was
the last Tenkaichi came out in like 2006, I think.
Exactly.
They've
had almost 20 years.
Yeah,
they've had 19 years. And you know this wasn't just a hey, let's just pop this out again. No, you know this was exactly. You know that they've had 19 years to really perfect this and know what they want and know how to do things. So,
no, you got a point. You got a point there. Yeah, man, so much about this game looks like so much fun. The one thing that blew my mind was the freaking beam counter. Which I was like,
yeah, I saw that. I was like, so they really are trying to make this just like, and they make it look the same, and it looks just like the show.
That was lit. That was a lit moment in that trailer. I was like, holy shit.
Bro, I've been a Dragon Ball Z guy since I was 5, and I've bought all the games. Well, I bought most of the games, and literally. Those games used to make me obsessed with gaming. Like a lot of even Legacy of Goku, the RPG games on fucking Game Boy were so good. You know, so I was replaying all these fucking games, you know, and like I've had games to make me just as obsessed as that, but like this is the OG obsession. This is the OG childhood obsession, and it's coming back, and I'm so happy.
So why the and again, this is from an ignorant standpoint. Why the hell aren't they just calling this Budokai Tenkaichi again?
You know that I really can't answer, and I really don't care at this point. But like,
I'm not saying like it's an issue. I'm just curious, like, but why?
I have no idea. I cannot tell you.
You've been following this game's development a lot more than I have, so
yeah. But they have not really disclosed why they're changing the name to Sparking Zero.
Sparking Zero, because apparently Sparking was the name of the original Budokai Tenkaichi game.
But if you think about how many Dragon Ball Z games have been released,
god, there have been so many.
And not only in this country, but in both countries, you run out of names. You know, you just run out of names, and you want to switch things up, and I can understand that. That is why I'm not questioning it. It's just like, at this point, what are you going to call it?
I know, right?
You literally have a game called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Yeah, like, just Kakarot. It's like
that's the tag. They got real lazy. Real lazy. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. What's the name? What's it going to call? Well,
you know what?
We already used Legacy of Goku. We already used all the good names.
Last speculation thing I want to say about this game, and this is out of total left field. But I would love for Bandai Namco to actually do a collab with the dude who did that one like Dragon Ball Z animated short where he did like that original animation. Did you remember that? Where it was
the Son Goku?
Yeah, the Son Goku with Vegeta.
That was really cool.
Oh my god! I want a game like that. Actually, I would honestly just like a full series or movie just with that. Holy shit. But like if we got like some kind of like transformation like of Son Goku, holy fuck, that would be amazing.
That would be really cool. But you know what? What's sad is that the creator can neither confirm or deny this being done. This is like what's going to happen when George Lucas dies. I feel like Disney is going to fucking dance in a demonic circle, like
I mean, George Lucas doesn't really have much say when it comes to Star Wars anymore, anyways. So I mean,
yeah, but he's the creator, so his approval is always going to matter. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Except if it did matter,
he is the GOAT of the GOAT of the GOAT of the GOAT.
If it did matter, they wouldn't have done.
If he says it's trash, that's what's canon. You realize George Lucas is. If he says it's trash, that's what's canon. You realize that he's the Godfather. You realize that, right? And when the Godfather dies, it's gonna be. That's when Star Wars is really. You think it's bad now? It's gonna get worse.
We'll have to see what happens to Dragon Ball post Toriyama.
Yeah, post Toriyama, I don't know, but I think there's a lot of people that was loyal to his vision.
Oh, sure that's going to be protected.
And I'm sure he's told his vision to other people about what he wants for the one gripe I have. I want this uncapped on my fucking PC. I am a 240 frames motherfucker right now, and that's how I've been. That's how I'm going to be forever. This is the new standard. I need this shit on cap.
So what
Bandai always caps it at fucking 60. And
even on PC?
Yes.
Kakarot, Fighters, Xenoverse is all 60?
I've been able to Kakarot. I've been able to work things around, but like Demon Slayer, it's just capped at 60. Like the Demon Slayer game they came out with, I was like, no, it's us.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm very, very iffy about Tekken 8. Locked at 60.
Damn, on PC.
Yes.
That's wild.
Why?
Well, I wonder if they do that.
Bandai always locks their games at 60 frames.
I wonder if they do that for a like fairness aspect, because I mean it is after all a fighting game, an online fighting game. So if you
like Chivalry 1 and 2, come on, bro.
Like, yeah, but I mean like this is a Chivalry 1 and 2. They're not like one-on-one fighting games, right? They're like multiplayer fighting games, whereas like an actual like one-on-one fighting game, if someone is playing at like a higher frame rate, they might be able to have a slight advantage over someone.
Capcom don't like their games at 60. Capcom, I'm playing Street Fighter 6 at 120 on this thing. And it's crossplay.
That's just my thought. I might be totally wrong in that respect, but that's just what I'm.
Helldivers also crossplay. I am playing it at 144 frames per second.
Ooh, that'll be. Ooh.
It's so beautiful.
Bugs at 140 frames.
That's actually max frame rate. It cannot go above that, which I am now also capped in that game. Woo! I love having a beastly PC. Let's go.
All right, close this out, buddy.
Yo, it feels so good. Feels so good coming from the bottom, and now we're here. We are here. Don't stop my greatness. But I know Bandai Namco will. Fucking.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so I'm excited for fucking Dragon Ball Budokai. And this guy doesn't even play Dragon Ball Z games like that. And he's excited for Dragon Ball Z.
It looks so good.
Whoo! And the battle damage.
Bro.
And just everything just looks so good. Everything just looks like the anime, and I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
They've done it. They've perfected their style. They started this way back with they actually started this a long time ago, with these anime graphics with like Rage and Blast and
this is the best looking one so far because Jump Force looked like fucking trash. Like,
no, I'm just going off of Dragon Ball Z games in general.
Well, I mean, like this dev has also made Jump Force, so like, and Jump Force did not look great at all. Jump Force looked fucking weird. So, but this looks clean. This one looks really good. It's like shit. It still looks stylized. Like Kakarot looked almost identical to the goddamn anime. Like what the fuck? How? But this one looks a little bit more stylized, like a 3D fighter. But of course, it's gonna be. I'm not mad at it though. It still looks better than Jump Force. So I'm happy for that.
What's everybody's opinion? Everybody, I'm literally going to make a YouTube channel of us playing this game, and it's going to do numbers.
It's going to be a series.
Because Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is one of the most anticipated anime.
And you know what? I'm still going to get my ass beat by fucking KJ. So be a lookout for those videos.
We gonna rise up like a phoenix from the ashes.
I don't know. I am good at 3D fighters. That's the one fighting franchise or fighting style I'm good at is 3D fighters. Like I'm great at fucking Naruto Ninja Storm. Like, it's my one claim to fame. I'm good at 3D fighters. So pretty much we'll see. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We always appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with our dives into latest shit in gaming and shit we just want to talk about. So thank you as always. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you can notify whenever these videos go live. Check out our soon-to-be rebranded podcast if I ever have time to get around to that. That goes up every Monday soon, hopefully. And these videos go up every Friday. So subscribe, hit the bell, go over to Spotify, follow us over there, and tune in with us next week. We'll see you later. Peace out. Love you guys. Stay excellent.